5:02. Let's get started. If you look at my career, I think there's sort of two distinct phases in my career. I started my career in Europe in traditional semiconductors. I worked for Philips Semiconductors for almost 15 years in a variety of roles. And when I say Philips Semiconductors, I mean I worked on the same programs, on the same teams, but I worked for quite a large amount of companies as a division I worked in, kept getting divested, merged, reverse merged, divested again. And so I ended my career with ST Ericsson. I think the first thing I want to do is, often use the terms AI, ML, deep learning, Gen AI. I hear them thrown around. Are they all exactly the same? I don't see them as the same, but they're all obviously related, right? The framework that I do use a lot and I find really useful is the business model canvas. And the question here is is there a clear value that AI provides over other alternatives? So when we looked at Alexa and the evolution of computer vision, you see a flattening of error rates, right? And so one thing you should ask, if you have a solution that gives you 98% accuracy, for your use case, if an AI model gives you 99% accuracy, what is that 1% additional accuracy worth? Really important is you have to develop a hypothesis, right? This is a valuable problem to solve. And even more important, you should pressure test that. And by pressure test, what I mean, it's not about going to your customers and asking them, oh, would it be useful if I did this, right? I think one of the biggest mistakes we can make is going to a customer or going to a user survey and asking people, hey, would you like this? Sure, right? I would like this. Would you buy it? Absolutely. Well, that may not be true. Different question. What is not part of the machine learning life cycle? We talked about that previously the last time. I've launched a poll. So when you're solving a problem, in what circumstances will you apply machine learning? I think most of you have been in a situation where you're the local version of the Pointy Haired Fool from Dilbert walks up to your desk or sends you an email saying, hey, we should really add Gen AI. I think often that's not necessarily informed by having a really clear view of what to do. But I think this is actually, a problem that's not new. The initial Dilbert gag was about databases. There's been one about crypto. I think with every new technology trend, the same thing applies. Let's go to a workshop. And so to save us from having to come up with a user business problem, I've picked something relatively straightforward and simple. We have a mobile application. It recommends for local restaurants, right? And what it does is you open the app, it gets your geolocation. It has permission to do that. And we use Google rankings. So if you're in San Francisco in this street, we then go to Google rankings. We retrieve the top rated restaurants in your immediate area, and we recommend those. So in breakout one, what I would like for you to do is, and I'll break you out in smaller groups, is you have 7 minutes to think through what would the outcomes of improved recommendations be for the user. We're going to train a small neural network that we will construct ourselves on MNIST. So what do? We start by, as usual, right? In Python, we import all of the different libraries that we need. Keras is one popular library for doing deep learning that's available in Python that makes things a lot easier. And we know that there's 10 classes, right? We know there's 10 labels, namely the digits 0 to 9. If you remember in last class, we took a look at the digits training set. So I'll execute this. I want to get to a case study discussion. And so this is the case of Facebook M. So I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Facebook M, but M was a virtual assistant by Facebook, right? It was first announced in 2015, and it was claimed that this would magically and automatically complete tasks for users, right? So it's very similar to our concierge example, right? It would purchase items, it would arrange gift deliveries, it reserve restaurant tables, it would arrange travel for you. All you had to do was in Messenger, engage with M, and it would actually do that for you, right? And I'll see you all next week, Tuesday. Thank you so much.